We're back on Marching to Madness this afternoon with Nevada Wolfpack head coach Steve Alford. He joins us as his team is tied in the loss column for second place in the Mountain West Conference with Boise State. They both trail San Diego State by one game. This is a really good defensive team at Nevada. They give up only 66.5 points per game, and they allow 41.8% from the floor. Coach, welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on.
Oh, yeah, thank you. You guys picked up a 77-66 win on Friday, I think, over Fresno State. You would discuss how your offensive attack was able to attack this Bulldogs defense that gives up only like 65 points per night.
Well, they do a very good job defensively. They've got an older bunch. They lost Robinson to the NBA, which was a huge blow to them up front, but they've replaced him with a couple guys that are long and athletic and good shot blockers. So they've got a rim presence, and then their guards, they do a really good job switching with their guards. They're good physical guards that I think know how to defend. And it took us a while, a late run, actually, the last 10 minutes of the games when we really started to score the ball. But I thought we did a good job of figuring that out. The guys did a good job of just continuing where we've done a good job all year of taking care of the ball. We've really only had a couple of games where we haven't taken care of the ball. And I think that's made a big difference in our shooting. It's made a big difference in our scoring. And when you value the ball and you're not having a lot of live ball turnovers, you're able to set your defense a little bit more consistently. And I think that's helped our defense as well.
Yeah, the defensive philosophy and the methods of attack. I was curious about your approach to that, as you are, like we say, allowing 41.8% per game. It's a situation where, like you say, it looked like in many of the games, the live ball turnover for your opponent would start your break or get your shooters in position.
Yeah, and I think we always talk about the bookends defensively, and that's transition defense and that's board play. And I think we've really improved in the area of board play. We've still got work to do transitionally of getting back and getting ball pressure established and matching up. I think that's the first and biggest key. And then how you defend everybody's actions. Are you taking something away? Can you take something away that they like to do? And we try to get the ball on the side and play a lot of 5-on-3, and our ball pressure has been a little bit inconsistent. We've got to continue to work on that. But I think about a month ago, 5, 6, 7 games ago, our Achilles heel was our defensive board play percentage, and that's gotten better in the last month, and that's really helped us on the defensive end, and it's helped us obviously in winning games and the little mini streak that we're on right now. Board play's had a big piece of that.
Yeah, Jerod Lucas is an Oregon State transfer. He's picked up his scoring this season where he leads you with 17.7 points per game. He makes 40% of his three-pointers.
Yeah, Jerrod's just he really knows how to score the basketball. He's a coach's kid, and somebody's been growing up around basketball all of his life and had a great career and run at Oregon State, where went to the Elite Eight 1 year. And so we're very fortunate to get him. And he's really added, I think, something that we wanted to add from last year was basketball IQ and the ability to shoot the ball. And he covers both of those areas. He really knows how to play. He's a great teammate. He's a great leader. He's a big shot maker. You can guard him pretty consistently over a 10-minute period, and then over a 5-minute period, he can drop 10 points in a hurry. He can score inside the arc. He gets the line a lot where he shoots 85 plus, and he's an outstanding three-point shooter. So he's really added a lot to our team this year. It's been awfully important to us.
Kenan Blackshear's also had a very strong season as his points per game average has moved forward as well at 14.8 per game, 46% from the floor. What has been the key in him being able to upgrade his scoring so prevalently right now?
Well, the cool thing about Kenan is, we lost Hunter McIntosh, who was, a combo guard, point guard that was coming in here from Elon. And we lost him back in October. So Kenan knew he was going to play some point guard. I'm not sure how much we all knew he was going to play, but he's been really our point guard. Plays 34 plus minutes for us. Just a big guard. We don't have that beep guard that a lot of people like to say, but Kenan is physical and strong, 6'6", 225. There are not a lot of point guards out there with that size, and he's been able to get downhill. He's been able to play with pace. He's been really improved his foul shooting and jump shooting overall, and has been a big piece to us. And we're able to do a lot of switching because we can put big lineups out there. Not having a small point guard has enabled us to do an awful lot of switching defensively. So Kenan has had a vital role, I think, to us turning things around.
Will Baker started his career at Texas. He was there 1 year. He's from Austin. So he came over to you guys, and his shooting percentage and scoring ability kind of skyrocketed as well. Discuss his development on both ends of the floor.
Well, you're looking at a 7-footer that's got great touch, great feel. He can shoot the three ball. He's got a lot of different things he can do inside. And I think as far as the Mountain West Conference goes, he's the one center that can beat you in and inside and outside. I don't know of another center in our league that can play inside out like Will can. And obviously, with his numbers going up, he's got a lot of experience, just as Kenan and Jerod do, and he gives us that inside punch that we need. And then when all of a sudden you're trapping him, we can move him to the perimeter and he can shoot the three. He led us in 3-point shooting last year, and he's shooting it again good this year. So he's just somebody that I think you've got to guard consistently, and you probably got to think about trapping. And then when you trap, we can get you in rotations because he's a good passer out of the post. But the three individuals that you mentioned, and Will's definitely in that group, has had an awful lot to do with us making the season that we've made thus far. And those are obviously big keys to us.
20 wins, and then you have Nick Davison and Damian Williams. They're a pair of freshmen who have scored for you. They played well, and they've been consistent in helping you proliferate the offense.
Yeah, Darian's he was Gatorade Player of the Year here in Nevada, and we thought we got a steal, and we know we got a steal in recruiting because he's just really talented. And what I like about Darian again is his size. Like Kenan, he's a big guard, big physical guard. He doesn't look like a freshman or play like a freshman. He's got a knack for rebounding. I think you're going to look down the road. He's going to be a double guy in collegiate basketball because he can score it and he can really rebound it. Big hands, very good basketball IQ. So he's only tipping the iceberg. Yeah, his ceiling is very high. He's going to have an outstanding career, and he's having a big time freshman year. And then Nick is somebody that redshirted. Not a lot of redshirting going on anymore, and he redshirted last year and really took advantage of his year off. I thought he learned. I thought he battled in practice. He gained about 15 to 20 pounds and gained strength in the weight room. And one of those guys that just approached his redshirt year that I'm going to get better in all areas of the game. And that's what he did. He can really shoot the basketball, very good 3-point shooter. So we can use him as a pick and pop guy. We can put him inside in the post. We can switch with Nick because he's got good footwork and he moves well. And I think he's really improved toughness wise throughout this year. He's really proven to be somebody that we've got a lot of trust in at both ends of the court. And that's saying a lot for a freshman.
Studying the game, studying teams, their offensive and defensive abilities and attacks is something I enjoy doing. And I also enjoy looking through stats. And I see in the last 5 minutes of every game, you guys have outscored your opponents by like over 80 points per game. How does that happen for your team?
Yeah, I wish I knew that answer because we don't have a lot of experience. We lost KJ Himes, a senior, 4 games into the season for the year, and we lost Hunter McIntosh back in October, and he was going to be a senior. So, had we had those 2 guys, we'd had a lot more experience. This group, though we've got some like with Jerod and Will and Kenan, a little bit with Trey and Daniel, are upperclassmen, but we don't have the seniors that a lot of teams in our league have. So I can't say it's just experience. I just say it's just their togetherness. They're very well connected, and you're right, and we marvel at as coaches because it's definitely all the players, and we have a hard time figuring out because we're going into buildings that a lot of these guys have never played in, and doing a lot of good things on the road, not just at home. And we've done a good job of protecting home, being undefeated at home to date, and a lot of that has to do with how we're finishing games. The last 8 to 10 minutes of these games, really been finishing well, and that's a great credit to the players.
You passed 650 wins earlier this season, and you're the 14th right now rated among coaches with win records. Obviously, consistently good players in all your stops, but what are some things that make a difference that a coach is able to find in that period of time that will allow you to rise in wins?
Yeah, I think I've been very fortunate. I've had very good staffs, and
Mhm.
I've learned that from my dad, Coach Knight.
Yeah.
Who you circle your people with, who you put around you, they're going to make a difference. Of one, loyalty, and having your back in all instances, and building the culture that you want to build, and teach it the way you want to teach it.
Mhm.
And I started this back 26, 27 years of age, and when I got done playing, and just been very fortunate the spots I've been, from Manchester College to Missouri State to the University of Iowa to New Mexico to UCLA and now Nevada. We've just been at really cool spots, and good fan bases that love basketball, and have been able to put together a lot of good staffs that have brought in a lot of good, high quality players, not just of what they do on the court, but who they are as people. And that's what we got right now. Not only do we have
Mhm.
talented players, we've got these are young men that are high quality, and we're very fortunate, and we're enjoying a good year right now, and hopefully we can continue it.
Last thing, Coach, you guys match up with Utah State on the road here Saturday evening. Now you beat them 85-70 at home earlier. So in a game plan, how do you generally scout a team for a second matchup?
Yeah, we just look at what worked, what didn't work, what they tried taking away. I mean, what we play. See if teams are playing different. Are we playing any different now? Are they playing any different? And just trying to look at the strengths and weaknesses of what we can do. That being who we are, not changing who we are, but being who we are, and knowing that we're going into a sold out arena, a very difficult place to play. Coach Odom does a terrific job, he and his staff, and they've got great players that play at great pace, and really understand how to play the game. So it's going to be a great game. We know a very, very difficult game, and that's what this league's been all year long. Whether you're playing home games or road games, this league's been very, very difficult, and that's going to be the case again Saturday in Logan.
Coach Steve Alford, ladies and gentlemen, the Nevada Wolfpack and the Mountain West Conference. I mean, pick it up on TV and enjoy these games. I mean, there's tremendous depth in the conference. Coach, I appreciate your time today, and I wish you the best of luck going forward.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on. I really
Hey,
appreciate it.